Wow. Well, we'll see what the next 4 years are like, and once the Department of Education goes. And the last clip that we're going to play from Case is about free lunch. Why is there no free lunch with Charlemagne?
Doesn't matter who's in charge, okay? Republicans and Democrats, because the gap between the haves and have-nots is so wide. Okay, the wealth inequality in this country is so great that what they are currently implementing by attempting to, order this federal spending freeze, you stopping Medicaid, school breakfast lunch programs, Section 8 rental assistance, the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants and kids, farm credits, the VA, the SBA, defense contracts, anything that provides people with financial relief, they trying to put a freeze on. Rich McCormick, if the have-nots, the poor, if they hungry and can't get food, what you think they gonna eat? That's right, your ass. Wait a minute, that might have excited you. Not your literal ass. I mean figuratively, as in eat to rich, okay? Let me give you a reminder from the late, great Tupac Shakur on what happens when a country doesn't take care of the least of us.
If I know that in this hotel room, they have food every day, and I'm knocking on the door every day to eat, and they open the door, let me see the party, let me see like them throwing salami all over just like throwing food around, but they're telling me there's no food in there. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm standing outside trying to sing my way in. You know what I'm saying? We are hungry, please let us in. We are hungry, please let us in. After about a week, that song is going to change to we hungry, we need some food. After 2-3 weeks, it's like, give me all the food, breaking out the door. And after a year, you just like, I'm picking the lock, coming through the door, blasting, you know what I'm saying? It's like you hungry, you reach your level, you don't want any more. We asked 10 years ago. We was asking with the Panthers. We was asking with them, the civil rights movement. We was asking, now those people that were asking, they're all dead and in jail. So now what do you think we're going to do?
It's only a matter of time, okay? Rich McCormick, this is how I know folks like yourself, y'all don't really believe in Christ. Y'all don't really believe in Christ because Matthew 25:40 talks about taking care of the least of us, all right? Talks about taking care of the least of us. It says, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. This just means that by caring for those who are most vulnerable, are marginalized, you are serving Jesus himself. That's not what you're doing, Rich McCormick. Please give that man the biggest hee-haw.
Oh man, I personally think kids should have free lunch. See, another left point I believe in, because I think that the amount that they charge for lunch is crazy, y'all. They charge $3.50 in my county for lunch, and it's gross. You don't even like to eat it. It's like, what am I spending my money on? Case, what's your thoughts? I know in New York City, there's a lot of kids that are going to sleep hungry without free lunch. What do you think about that? I mean, it shouldn't be on your income either, because you can make a lot of money on paper and have high rent, and then you don't have money to give your kids for lunch.
No, definitely. I think we need to do something with the lunch. I know from personal experience growing up, I had reduced lunch that I would pay a quarter every time I would go to the lunchroom, and there's certain schools that I would get free lunch. So I think I'm glad that we agree on this, that we spend a lot of money, send money over to Israel overseas. That's where the Ron Paul mindset from, the Republican Libertarian comes in, where I'm like, why are we sending all this money overseas when we have a lot of money that we could spend domestically, whether it's cleaning up our lead in pipes. I'm finding out today that we might have another epidemic of lead in pipes like we have in Flint. Feeding our kids. I'm also for free community college. So there's a lot of investment. And I'm going back to what we talked about with Kamala. I actually believe a Black woman could win the presidency. And I thought that she started out strong by Tim Walz was somebody who provided free lunch to Minnesota. And that was a signal to the left.